Hello, everybody. Today is April 1st. Welcome to The Source. Today's show is brought to us by the ASC, Awakening Sovereignty Collective, website www.asc.ai. The show today is called Collective Wealth Stewardship. The quote that Dakota shared with me that really drew me into this show, the title does it all. But the quote was, creating abundance through mass co-creation. Participate in empowering all of humanity through pooled funding. Dakota Kaiser, Awakening Sovereignty Collective. Okay. Now, Dakota, if you'd like to give a little background of yourself.
Yes. So I've spent the last, 14 or something years serving different communities. I've now served 75 land-based communities and hundreds of digitally based intentional communities in North and South America. I've served communities of all kinds, from your mom and pop family-oriented communities to far out crazy hippie communities to anonymous style communities to even contraband communities, all kinds. I learned a lot, and I know what works and what doesn't on a small scale up to thousands of people collaborating together. Several years ago, I formed the Tribe of Awakening Sovereignty, which was a network conglomerate of our intention was to index every single person in alignment with the new paradigm. We did that, and after we indexed about 200 different eco-villages and thousands of people together, we realized that wasn't enough, so we formed the Awakening Sovereignty Collective, which is an active hive mind, or a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization with a purpose to unconditionally provide for the basic rights of humankind, starting with ourselves. We believe these basic rights include free and unlimited access to housing, education, technology, water, and the ability to thrive, which means a job that you like, that gives you the things that you want, that isn't those basic things. We've got quite a few digital systems, about 22 unique software systems that facilitate large-scale collaboration, some of which I'll be talking about today. And we have a little over 5,000 acres of land and somewhere between 100 and 150 residential and commercial buildings inside of North and South America. Most of these systems are empty. There are very few people using them compared to the capacity to which they can be used. So the next big step we're all figuring out is, how do we encourage people to actually do stuff in the new paradigm instead of in the old one? And that's my intro. Thank you, Doran.
Thank you. And Misty, would like to do an introduction, please?
Hi, well, thank you. Thank you very much, Dakota, for that. That sounds wonderful. As for myself, I'm just an awakening individual who's ready to, live this new paradigm for sure, and connect the different various people and organizations that I've come across over the last several years with this. And I think that I could help fill those those empty systems and structures. Yes, so that's my hope. So I'm have a webpage called We Are the Solution 128. I have a group called We Are the Solution 128. I had started some shows, recorded shows, interviewing people about holistic health and wellness and the books that they've written and that kind of thing, called Misty's Friends now, and it's with the Diamonds Network. So I'm just excited about all this, and I look forward to seeing what I can do to help connect people, basically.
All right, thank you. And I think
You're welcome.
I'll do my brief introduction so that we can present Michael E.V. Knight in this blueprint, and then flow right into the show from there. So I'm Doran Kutash, the Source, stewarding the completion of Paradise on Earth. And we've stepped in the media and holding this open container, this space for live shows project management shows for the best ways to complete Paradise on Earth, and encouraging everyone to step into media and broadcasting and you know, co-creating together. That's all for now. And we also have Michael E.V. Knight, and I'm going to go ahead and do a share screen, showcase his Facebook profile for a brief moment, and then bring it over to the blueprints that he wishes to share, which is brilliant. So first and foremost, this is his Facebook page here, Michael E.V. Knight on Facebook. And then we'll pop over here to build a hybrid RBE community now. This is one of the most brilliant blueprints I've seen, so here we go. We need less than 5% of the population working together to change things. Even starting in one small town, 5% of the population working together would cause other towns, cities to start taking similar actions towards change. This is why recruit just one new member a month each is such an important part of the hybrid money, no money sharing lifestyle. Simple 3-part plan. Right now, we are mostly too far apart. There are a handful of communities running, but not enough. We need around 100 members in every town and city around the world living the hybrid money, no money sharing lifestyle as fast as possible to get the ball really rolling. Members that are able to can move to agreed upon small towns in every country and start working together with like-minded members. Once one small town is up and running, living the hybrid money, no money sharing lifestyle, the dominoes begin to fall in local towns. People from these towns will come buy our products because they can save 25 to 50% or more by buying from us. We can also offer free delivery. We are now over 9,000 members. If just 7,000 members bring on one new member each, and it takes the whole month of December 2016, which starts now really every day, we could get to 16,000 members. Then starting in January 2017, all 16,000 members recruit just one new member each, minimum for the month. At the end of January 2017, we would have 32,000 members. A better chance more of those members are living closer to other members and can get started sharing in some way and living the hybrid money, no money lifestyle. Then in February 2017, all 32,000 members recruit just one new member each, minimum, giving us 64,000 members. An even better chance more members are living closer together. Then in March 2017, all 64,000 members recruit just one new member each, minimum. We then have, to be exact, 128,000 members. Misty, we are the solution, 128. Rounded down.
I love it.
Counting.
I knew it. I knew it. Okay.
An even better chance more members are living closer together. Then in April 2017, all 125,000 members recruit just one new member each, minimum, giving us 250,000 members. An even better chance more are living closer together. So these numbers keep doubling out every month, as all we have to do is bring just one new member. Imagine 1 million members living the hybrid money, no money lifestyle. Imagine every 2 of them sharing rides in one car. That's 500,000 less cars on the road. Imagine all the money being saved by members sharing apartments, homes, cars. Hundreds of dollars a month each that they can use for local hybrid development. Hundreds of millions of dollars a month total going towards hybrid development. Then in July 2017, all 1 million members recruit just one new member each, minimum, giving us 2 million members. An even better chance more members are living closer together. Over $1 billion a month being used for local hybrid development. In August 2017, all 2 million recruit just one new member each. Minimum is a 4 million members. Even better chance more members will be close together. Over $2 billion. So it keeps going, double, 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 double every month. And it gets all the way up. Here's 128 million right here. We are the solution, 128, Misty. February, 250 million members, on and on and on. So we're getting closer to the end of this. Let's see here. All right, let's see. At this point, we pretty much starved the beast completely. 250 million members sharing using just 25 million mostly used electric vans, 225 million less cars on the road, 225 million less insurance policies, 250 million cars not being serviced by other companies. Mechanics fix their vehicles for free as part of their 10 to 20 hours a week, work for the local community. Hundreds of millions less car loans, 225 million less cars using gas, oil, replacement parts, tires, batteries, windshield washer fluid. 225 million less cars being taxed, 225 million less cars being inspected, 250 million less cars being towed. We tow our own shelter, 250 million people sharing 125 million apartments, 125 more vacant apartments, 250 million people sharing 80 million apartments, on and on and on. People not shopping at markets, people not using credit cards, people not taking out bank loans, people not using government public transportation, people growing most of their own food, people owning co-op restaurants, stores, transitions, no businesses, on and on and on. So that's the gist of it, and feel free to read this all. We all can do that on our own, and it's going to be really cool to hear how we can integrate this in with what the ASC has, with collective wealth stewardship, and with that, I'm going to just pass it over back to Dakota and the collective here, the group.
Cool. Did Misty introduce herself?
Yes.
I didn't say my name. It's Misty Fredericks. You can find me on Facebook at FREDRICKS. And we are the solution. And I'm excited, very excited. This seems like, yeah, definitely.
Misty and I were, this morning we were talking, it just kind of flowed that, like, she was showing me her house and her land, and it was like the reality show concept of like let's just get started. Let's just like totally like just start live streaming or getting footage of like people coming together in the property and doing this concept, which is what we're calling everybody in the world to do on all of our properties, and then stewarding more properties because we're doing a good job of like, and like she's got this amazing video. I could share that at some point, 5-minute video of like the town she's in. People are like, you know, like they're just like dancing around town, celebrating the city and showcasing all the businesses and all the, it's really funny. And just seeing like everything's already ready. I even, after I talked to her, I saw a little video of like 100 acres in Cheney that has this really cool like song that like really I just felt it. I was like, whoa, we're gonna go from living in her house doing this reality show to like having this 100 acres. It's just gonna be like pop, 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 just through doing a live reality show and including Spirit and everybody that wants to get involved, and the businesses, letting them co-sponsor the whole thing, all the local businesses, like whatever it is, whatever it's meant to be.
So could I speak a little bit about that plan we just read from Michael?
Yes, let's do that.
So
Sweet.
I've seen two huge obstacles in actually getting, like, recruiting a member into the new paradigm. You know, first, it's like really easy to recruit a member with spoken word. Like, your people's friends always say, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And then like they might do it for a little bit and then they peter off again. And then we have two primary obstacles from that. So the first is people that really want to commit themselves to the new paradigm. They have no money and then are like, you know, like destitute. They can't get around from one place to another. They don't have food for themselves. They don't have their basic needs met. They literally have to struggle to survive. Then in the other spot, you have people who want to be in the new paradigm, but they work 40 hours a week for like minimum wage or anything under 30 an hour. So they literally don't have the energy to put into the new paradigm. They're sucked dry every single day, every single week until they're exhausted all the time. And they barely have any energy to really participate in the new paradigm. So what do we do about it? I think it's very important that we start embodying cooperative business models that allow people who want to work and be provided for to work with a cooperative business that is embodying these new ways of sharing and caring and being and sustainability. And I'm very excited about the guy that you introduced me to yesterday, Doran. I'm talking to him after the show. The Hemp and Heal looks like one of the greatest turnkey solutions I have seen, though it is a sales position. So I would like to see it expanded. Basically, we need like workable hour by hour jobs that are really simple that anyone can do that feed the new paradigm. And speaking of that, we are setting that up in Ecuador, where we have had a fruitarian kingdom for the last 7 years. We have now 1,500 acres of land, 9 lots. We've got a mountain, we've got tropical zones, desert zones, kind of like beachfront areas. And there, I'm personally intending to grow 7-tiered permaculture food forests, which we already have the baseline of. We have like tens of thousands of fruiting trees, but we haven't established the other layers yet. And after that's all established, I want to use robotics to pick, harvest, and process the fruit into a worldwide shipping, like fruit shipping. So that will be a business and anyone can show up, and all you have to do is plant plants. You just take care of plants. And once they're fully blooming, robots take care of the rest. And that will be a dirt simple cooperative business job that we'll be able to employ each other in. And this model we can take to any community. And we notably have a square mile in Joshua Tree, California. And in addition to the lands that we personally own, and we have like another dozen lots in America that don't have buildings on them, which, by the way, if you don't know, it costs more money to pay for permitting than it does to buy property in the United States of America. We've got some lots for between 10 to 100,000. They want like $200,000 worth of permits just to give us the right to build on it so we can live on it, because you're not actually allowed to live on land in the United States for longer than 2 weeks, even if you own it, if you don't have it permitted and constructed. So that's kind of a huge barrier for new communities in the USA. And that's why it's so much easier to start in South America. For the amount of money we put in to get all that space in South America. We also have about 3,000 acres in Brazil. And it looks like someone wants to give us 400 acres. It's right next to that. Both those sites are next to Rio, by the way, and they have beautiful buildings on them. And they're empty. Also, 6 out of 8 lots in Ecuador are empty. Also, the land in Joshua Tree is almost totally empty, though we are throwing an event there, the Portal to the New Earth there, in a week or two. Every year, the idea of Portal to the New Earth is people might stay afterwards, and then they don't, because they don't have money to pay for projects that could actually make the place nicer and put a sense of purpose there. It's like if you're there, you don't have much purpose. You're just kind of like thinking around, wasting your time. And that's something I found in a lot of communities. So, you know, we've networked 200 communities together. Each of these places are in written and spoken alignment with the new paradigm. I'm talking tens of thousands of acres, like thousands of buildings. And a lot of them are empty. And if they're not empty, these communities mostly are just concerned with sustaining themselves. And Albuquerque, which was a community that we were sponsoring for a while, is a great example of that. It's a network of 15 interconnected communities in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And they said they wanted to be part of the new paradigm. They signed on, they made agreements with us. We sent over like 8 really good people. And then they found out they didn't really want the new paradigm. They just wanted people to work their land and sustain themselves more easily. And that's where most of these new paradigm communities are at. They are totally rooted in survival, and they don't have this higher level of like, oh, I want to make the world a better place. They're like, oh, we need to survive and take care of ourselves, and have these cyclical emotional problems. And these are all some of the obstacles that we're dealing with. Thanks for listening. I think that if correctly approached by a group with access to time, energy, and resources and skills, we could reach out to these communities and we could offer them services, like, for instance, growing them food forests or giving them sustainable energy systems or better water systems. that could be our leverage for these different 200 communities to say yes to housing the new paradigm and facilitating new paradigm projects. But for us in the new paradigm, we need money first. So it's that cart before the horse kind of deal, where to even gather the people in a more meaningful way and in like a more geo-targeted area. Because a lot of people in the US are scared to go to South America. They're literally terrified. It's too far away. So I think that we need local centers everywhere possible, so people can like go an hour or two away and visit a sustainable community, kind of get their toes in before they make a leap to a larger center that are already available. It's my 2 cents on all that.
Indeed.
Well, personally, I think like my community here is a great, like, if you were to, we were kind of talking earlier and thinking about, you know, using my house and coming together and you know, making it a base, but helping other people. There's 5 bedrooms here.
Where are you located?
I'm in near Spokane, Washington. We have a window of opportunity of a couple of months. If we wanted to come in and start a project, and this community would be very receptive to these ideas and this paradigm, and they're already going with it. So like I said, like, I've been here for a long time, and I can think of a lot of people who would be interested in this, interested in contributing to it. Like we could just start, we could videotape, we could record, you know, what we're doing and put together the blueprint and actually watch how it worked over the course of like 2 months. If we have people willing to come here, get involved. I just can't do it myself, and I kind of deal with some anxiety stuff. So I need some more people, you know, go-getters to help. But I really think there's a good potential here. Wait till Doron shows you the video, Chini. But it would not be difficult to get assistance from businesses and members of this community, including all the colleges and programs that are available here. We've got 4 major colleges in our area, thousands and thousands of students that I'm sure we'd be able to find a lot of support for this type of endeavor.
This is another property where somebody just puts a little bit of their credit on the line. We add another property into the collective. Just that simple. So just by getting core groups to come together and we just do it, we're going to make money every single property. We're making a lot of freaking money. So I've got my blueprints too, and I'm ready to go. So,
So speaking on making money, we have a turnkey solution we've used over and over again. We can take $20,000 and use it to produce $10,000 a month until the end of time. Just like that. It's very easy. A lot of people are uncomfortable with medicine production, so it stops a lot of communities from thriving in this way. For instance, this community I'm at here, and outside of Washington, or inside of Washington, outside of Seattle, it's called All Our Sacred Acres, and it's headed to bank foreclosure right now. And they could have saved it by putting a grow in, but they've chosen not to. And a lot of communities are like that. That's the easiest turnkey solution to produce revenue. So Misty, last year we gathered over 100 people in Glendale, and we built a permitted 5-bedroom house. We built a half-acre food forest. We made a couple huge domes. We made sweat lodges. We did all this building construction and growing work. And those people still want to play. I can call on anywhere between 20 to 40 activated builders and growers and emotional kind of facilitators. But we need to pay for everyone's travel. Everyone needs to eat. Everyone needs to walk away with $100 to $200 for a few weeks of work, which is nothing. And we need to pay for materials. So at Glendale, 2 older generation people hired us, and they paid a little over $100,000 to get all that stuff done. And they paid us semi-corporate rates. They paid the collective $15 an hour, and we distributed from there. And then they owned it all. It's all theirs. It was not a community. So for if it's a community, it's a different story. We don't need to pay ourselves for it. We just need to have access to what we make. but we still need to pay for our lives while we build the thing. And then we also need to pay for materials. So that's the first step. If any community anywhere in the world can pay for those things, I can get a crew of epic people down there to build it out in a very real way. And I'm happy to do so. Also, if you can, get the investment capital for a grow up, I can just come personally and I can set all that up and get that going. And we actually use church law to have protection in Washington, since the medical laws there are really wonky and finicky. But we go through a church that I'm actually not allowed to mention over anything public, that has gone all the way up to the Supreme Court, as well as to more than 30 individual states, and has gone to court and has won their court cases over and over and over again, to the point where these states will not even try to prosecute if they know that we're with this particular church. So it's very safe. It's very easy. You just got to get the money first. And that's where a lot of people are like, fuck, I don't know what to do. So hopefully you can help solve that situation.
So I'm absolutely no good at presenting, but you guys are. So the only way I can think of to resolve that is put together a good presentation I can share on video, and then also that I can share in written form to the older members of the community who I think would be interested, who don't do internet. That's really what I'm looking for.
And that's what you need too. You need that older generation. Yeah. They're the only people with money.
That's true. I mean, and they are awakened too. I mean, our older generation is very, very wise, and they've been waiting for the new paradigm for a long time, or been experiencing it themselves, but they're coming toward the end of their, it doesn't, not necessarily who knows, but, they feel like they're coming toward the end of their lives, and they'd like to do something good for the world, before they go. So
and that's where all of our lands come from. Every single land that we have was given by an older generation person who pretty much worked their entire lives to get the money for it, to give back to community, which is amazing.
And now they're in a position where they can and want to, and so that's the community I want to reach out to. So I just need help doing that, help explaining it to them. They're very smart, very wise people, so they understand a lot.
Cool. Well, considering our time, is there anything we wanted to close on in particular?
I just think, in summary, I think that we are bringing all of our blueprints together, and yes, we are all stepping into abundance. We are all stepping into prosperity, and we will do the right thing with the prosperity that we come into. And also the blueprints, all that Michael has laid the groundwork for, 9,000 members that are in alignment, and a beautiful formula. We can utilize that formula once we package in that we're doing this to bring together conscious beings into community spaces to create abundance and to change the world one community at a time. And really, that's our selling point. I mean, if anything, like I talk about these like Facebook ads and ClickFunnels or landing pages, and building out a huge community. We have the community here. So now, like, if I can maybe even get these systems ready to put the message out to the world. We, the ASC and RBE and all of these organizations are seeking to bring all light workers into community in every town on the planet and build out thriving businesses and enterprises and that are focused on bringing in a better world. And if just invite one member, invite one person today, and they can accelerate that to, 1 million in like a month or two, because in every day with Facebook ads supporting it, we'll have thousands of new members in our group every single day, and it'll keep growing. And so we have the ability to put these blueprints all together and all that we've all done, and then we can all live in the RBE world very soon, where there is no need for money and there is, all that. So we're on our way.
All we need to do is put together something clear, kind of short, that we can reach out. Like if I can reach out to each and every one of my Facebook friends, I could spend days, you know, every day reaching out to so many Facebook friends to achieve this kind of end, you know, I think because most of our friends are, you know, the same like mindset. So it's a matter of getting their attention, you know, and showing them something easy that they can read, because we all suffer, you know, find things hard to, well, I do anyway.
Yes. So I would love to work. Michael said he's going to be coming on other shows throughout the week. So we have the schedule on our website. Just come on any of them. We're working together. We can totally convert the blueprint towards more of a bridge, which is the profitable, the abundance for all lightworkers on the planet bridge, so that we can fully implement the RBE exactly as we have it there. But what we already have is a lot of acreage, and we have a lot of leaders and a lot of resources and tech systems that we can reach all humanity through. So we can use this all to, you know, please do join the ASC if you haven't joined in this link here to join the chat. I see you're already involved with New Earth and Ubuntu, it looks like. So we're bringing all of these movements together. Every large movement that's doing amazing things, we're bringing them all together every single day now. And I've got many ways for you to get involved and join on conference calls that once you get your phone technology all up and running. So thank you for coming on today. Thank you, Dakota, for leading this awesome show. Thank you, Misty, for bringing your magic. We're doing this.
We're doing it.
Ciao.
Thank you, guys.